That's the way love goes, babe. That's the music God made. Hi everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Mike, and this is a place where I show you the easiest way that I know how to play your favorite old country songs. Today, one of my favorite country songs, probably one of yours as well. Many artists covered this song, including Lefty Frizzell, Merle Haggard, Johnny Rodriguez, and a number of other artists, Alan Jackson, more recent. That's the way love goes. I'm going to play it in the key of D. I choose the key based on what's comfortable for my voice. This way, in the key of D, I can hit the higher notes, and I can also hit the lower notes comfortably with my voice. So that key works for me. In this key, there's a number of chords. They're all very important. You can't really skip over any of these, possibly the A minor, but here's the list of chords that you'll need for this song. In this key, a D, a G, an A. So there's a trio. Also A minor and an E. So 5 chords in total. Not bad for a great old country song. It's relatively easy and short. There's 2 verses only and a solo, and then the second verse gets repeated. So technically there's 3 verses, but the third one is a repeat of the second, which is really nice. There's only so many words you need to remember. So let's begin the song with the first verse. I'll play it nice and slow. At the end of the video, if you'd like, you can jump ahead. If you look in the description below, you can jump to the end with the full performance. We'll play along at regular speed at the end, but for now, I'll play it nice and slow till you get the hang of it. You're welcome to play an intro for this song. If you have a group, it's nice for your lead player to play a little ditty at the beginning, or just the band to get a feel for the song. When I'm playing alone around a campfire, I just begin the song by strumming a D, and I just start singing. So that's how I'll show you today. But again, you're welcome to put an intro in, just maybe a D, A, or D, or play back Merle's version and maybe get an idea from that. But for today, we'll begin in a D, nice and slow. Strum. I've been throwing A minor, quickly back to D, and then G. Over my left A shoulder, G. I've spent back to D most all my life. E, searching for A, 4-leaf clover, and D. Yet you run. And here's that quick move to A minor and back with D, and then G. Chasing A, G, back to D. Love you too. A, we're almost there. That's the way love, back to D. And then not much of a space before the next verse begins. But that is the pattern of chords. There's a lot of chords in there. It moves. It feels like it's moving all the time. So it will take some time to get used to that. But the plus side of this song is it's very easy to hear. As long as you're singing it, it's easy to hear if you've changed to the correct chord or not. First verse again, beginning in a D. Don't forget about that quick dip to an A minor and then back to a D. It's tricky when you're first learning it but it's really neat once you've got the hang of it. So let's start in a D. I've been throwing A minor, D, G, over my left A, G. I've spent most D all my life. E, searching for A, that four-leaf clover. Now back to the top, or to the home base, which is D. Yet you run quick to A minor, quick back to D and G. Chasing my A rainbows, G. Honey, I D, love you too. And A, that's the way, love D. There it is. So now you've done it. You've gotten all the way through the first verse. And here's some other great news. The second verse is identical with different lyrics. And some more good news. The third verse, the solo and the third verse is exactly the same as well in chord formation. So let's begin the second verse of That's the Way Love Goes. We'll be strumming a D. That's the way love, quick to A minor, and quick back to D, and then quick to G. That's the music, A. G and D. Here's an E, A, and D. Losing makes me quick to A minor and quick back and G. You say honey, A, G, D, love you too, and A, that's the way love, D. All right, so after the second verse, we go right into a solo. And the solo is identical in chord formations. So D, do, 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 A minor, and D, G, A, G, D, E, A, D, A minor, D, G, A, G, D, and A. That's, oh, sorry, still humming. D. That's the way. So after the solo is finished, we go into the third verse, which is really just the second verse repeated. So again, the layout of the song is verse 1, then verse 2, then a solo, then verse 3, but actually verse 2 over again. So you only have to learn 2 verses in lyrics. So let's do the 3rd verse right now. D, we've already done this as well. In a D strum, that's the way love, A minor, D, G, that's the music, A, G, for all the D world to sing. E, never gets old. A, it only grows. D, losing makes me A minor, back to D. G, you say honey, A, don't worry. G, honey, I, D, love you too. A, that's the way, love, D. And the ending is totally up to you. I believe Merle's version just stays in D. Maybe it's a G, A, D. All different artists did it differently. So that's up to you, whatever works for you. If you have a group, it may be a different intro or ending. And you may have a solo with a group. But if you're playing alone, change it up to whatever's comfortable. So that's it. You've just learned That's the Way Love Goes. This one takes some practice. You've got to play it lots. And I still reach for the chords sometimes when I play this because I don't play it that often, but when I do, I have to run through it real quick before I play it to make sure. And I often make mistakes on this song because there's a lot of chords and it's, you know, it's always moving. So be easy on yourself while you're learning this one. But it is a lot of fun. It's a really pretty song and fun to play. So I hope you enjoy it. Let's play the song together, the full version, our version of it. And don't forget to check out my Old Country Guitar website. I have t-shirts, coffee mugs, and some other merchandise there. Some shirts like this with my logo on it. Also, I have some shirts if you're a Merle Haggard fan or Willie Nelson fan or Waylon fan or Conway, whatever. I'm putting some other shirts up there too that you might enjoy. So oldcountryguitar.com. Thanks for watching. I've been throwing horseshoes over my left shoulder, and I've spent most all my life searching for that four-leaf clover. Yet you run with me, chasing my rainbows. Honey, I love you too. That's the way love goes. That's the way love goes, babe. That's the music God made for all the world to sing. It never gets old, it only grows. Losing makes me sorry. You say, honey, don't worry. Honey, I love you too. That's the way love goes. That's the way love goes, babe. That's the music God